Okay, so what can I say? I don't want to explain pumping, so I think everyone knows this too. Yeah, just shortly, pumping is a technique with a hand. You press, you mash your direction, your D-pad to go fast, but the time it saves overall in an NMG run is about 10 seconds if you do this well. And sometimes you can want to pump to save frames, take your controller on a weird way, and then instead of saving frames, lose seconds. So that's a really difficult thing to learn. So yeah, talking to the uncle. Escape is divided into two parts. The first one is the castle part, and the second one is yours. Both have their particularities, and at the end of the first one, the castle, you have some kind of mini boss, which is the bone chain soldier. The bone chain soldier is quite hard actually, because you only have 3 hearts, and you might, if the guard's RNG is not good, you might get to him with, I don't know, 2 hearts, even sometimes 1 heart, and every hit you get from him is 1 heart, so you can die easily. We already saw people dying on this mini boss. There is no shame at dying at him. He's really difficult. Also, you pump a lot in this game until you get the Pegasus boots, which we get at the end of the Eastern Palace, which is the palace right after this escape. Seems like Mike has got the best RNG there. If the guard here goes down, it's the best RNG because you can almost release your spin as soon as you get into the room. But good and bad RNGs in Escape, we're talking about frame here. So yeah, here we are in the room. Oh, Mike doesn't boom the green card, and MattZi going for a pot strat. It's the double pot strat, going safe. Safe strats, good strats, definitely. And yeah, contrary to what we can guess, going for the 2-pot strat is not that slow compared to the 8 slashes Mike went for. I don't remember exactly the number of seconds it loses, but I think it's 1 or 2, maybe 2, but not that much. So that's definitely a good call there. So yeah, coming back into the castle entrance. Actually, if you're distracted by something at the right moment of talking to Zelda and taking the chest near her, you can sorry. Yeah, you can forget either talking to Zelda or taking the lantern. And yeah, you only usually you only realize on these spots, like you came back until there and oh, it's weird. I feel that someone should follow me. Oh, I forgot Zelda. And the worst thing is that if you forget the lantern, you got until the thing MattZi is pushing right now, and you have Dex box like usual actually, and I don't understand. I cannot push this. I cannot go further. I don't understand. Oh, I forgot the lantern. That happened to me. That happened to a lot of runners, I think. Okay, so here we are in the sewers part of escape, which can be a pain with rat RNG. Yeah, and Mike entering here the Kirat room, and Kirat can have several RNGs. He got a good one there. Let's see MattZi's RNG. Yeah, not the best, but not the worst. The rat can sometimes go on the top left corner of the room, and yeah, you have to chase after him. You cannot do. I think there are strats. Maybe you can get him before he reaches the top left corner, but it's really difficult to make it in time. And also on these rooms where keys drop, there are several rooms in the game. You can boom the key in order to get it, and if you throw your boomerang diagonally, you have more chance to get the boomerang there. For instance, if you have two rats in the key rat room dying at the same time, the key rat will drop his key, and the second rat can drop a rupee. And if you don't throw your boomerang diagonally, you can maybe get the rupee only and not taking the key, which is annoying. So right now we're going right towards the Eastern Palace, which is the first one. Mike in the Octorock's screen. This screen can be a pain to. He had a good RNG there, but definitely Octorock's can be in your way. And when you don't have Pegasus boots yet, you don't want to slash or to throw your boomerang because it loses 13 frames on each. From what I heard, if you use the sword and your sword hits an enemy, you lose 2 extra frames due to lag. And I don't know, for some reason, this is not the case with the boomerang. So this is why throwing the boomerang is a bit faster than using your sword. So yeah, you try to avoid those Octorocks, but usually the best way is to kill them or boom them. And yeah, of course the Octorocks are in the Ruby price pack. If you don't know price packs, I can explain it shortly. Maybe I will explain the room Mike is doing right now. As you can see, he's doing precise movement in this room. We will see in MattZi's screen right now. He gets to the pot, he goes to the middle of the room, he throws the pot to the right, and then the second pot down. And this kills the 4 Stalfos which spawn in this room. The movements you do there is in order to manipulate their spawn, and you can get them right before they spawn. So yeah, that's a common strat for this room. On the subject of price packs, you have in the game how it's a bit difficult to explain. Like, enemies are in groups, and those groups are called price pack, and 2 enemies from the same group drop is in the same chain of items that can be dropped. So for instance, those popos there, there are these anemona, blue and orange things. They are in the same price pack than the Octorocks and several other enemies, and those enemies can drop are in the what I call the rupee price pack. They are likely to drop rupees, and this is why in the room where Mike is, sometimes you will see people try to hit 1 or 2 popos in order to force a drop, because later in the game, depending on the strat you use, you will want some number of rupees. It seems like everything goes quite well for both runners there. Zelda Gamers will add RNG in this room for Mike. Oh, and shooting an arrow down. Yeah, waiting for an Igor to open its eye again. It can be really long, because Eastern Palace is one of those palaces at the beginning of the game, and like every speedrun, when you're on the beginning of the run, you have a tendency to want to optimize more your, I don't know, everything than if you're at the end of the run. Almost fight went pretty well for Mike, and well, I have a freeze, so we refresh. But yeah, both runners went for the same strat in Armos fight. You have a couple of strats there, which varies: the top right, the bottom right, the, I don't know, middle right, the bottom. I don't, things like that. It's the fastest, but it's also the most difficult. I don't know this one. And both went for, I think it's one of the second best strats, the top right. At last, getting the Pegasus boots. So Mike going for, I'm surprised. Mike is going for the Sahasrara's chest. Good safety there. Actually, there is and yeah, MattZi, yeah, doesn't go for it. So yeah, right now they are approximately in the same well synced with each other. I will explain why Mike did that. So this was until, I don't know, 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. The common strat, you went for the chest behind Sahasrara's room. And sometimes you get bombs too, for another reason I will explain later. But yeah, Mike didn't take bomb there. So 3 chests, 2 of 50 rupees and 1 of 3 bombs. And yeah, you have ACMLM, who is one of the top runners of the game, discovered maybe 4 years ago, I think, that well, it was known that putting some things in the games, like trees, some statues, Mario pictures in houses, you could get rupees from this, from blue. But ACM found a way to manipulate what you can get, and came up with a strat when you can get 4 red rupees from a tree a bit before Aghanim's tower. And yeah, the how to say, those rupees there makes you it's something like 6 seconds faster than the strat Mike is going for, which is a lot safer, because if you get hit during the manipulation, you lose the manipulation and you lose time too. So MattZi is going a bit risky there, and Mike preferred to go safe. That's a good call, both of those decisions. While entering the, and since Mike did go for those chests, they are really close to each other. That's nice to see. These are palace. Might go. Oh, both go for the spin there. It's an easier way to get through the, I don't know, this sound wall. Yeah, I'm sorry. Right now I have some kind of PowerPoint going, so I can't see really well what strat they decide to do. Yeah, and the cannonball room there. Also, this cannonball has several RNGs, and there is one. Well, I didn't see, so I cannot, yeah, tell if they had it or not. But there is an RNG you don't need to stop to reach the chest and to come back into the entrance of the room. But yeah, it's only one RNG. The others, you have to wait a bit in order not to get hit. And sometimes you also have one of the bullets which doesn't appear. I don't know why actually. It can happen too. It's a weird glitch. Also, in the stairs before the big chest, you saw them walking a bit fast. That's not pumping. Actually, walking into the stairs diagonally makes Link walk faster than going in a straight direction. So going up and right, alternating up and left and right going up during stairs is a bit faster than just going up. Yeah, I see in the chat that some runner, I think it's Mike, yeah, he might have used the buffer outside the palace, yeah, in order to, yeah, actually you can, during the spin speed, you can use your pause buffer to, well, to stop at the right moment, because this spin speed is really dangerous. If you fall, you lose 40 seconds going back into the place you fell from. So yeah, definitely, I do the same too, like buffer in this spot in order to, yeah, to see what happens. Okay, both are in the Ladmos fight. Seems like the fight is going decent for both. I cannot count the cycles because, yeah, as I told you, I don't see very well the restream on my side, but it seems like Mike got 4 or 5 cycles maybe, and MattZi having the same. Oh, I see he's only 1/2 of heart. Ooh, the Landmo got pretty close. Scary fight for MattZi, but yeah, he pulled through, so GG to both of them. Okay, Mike going for the classic strat here. Of course, the cactus dash. Many people know this, which is yeah, you have actually, I think it's 1 or 2 frames to stop in order to not to get hit by the cactus, and this is the fastest strat, but also the most risky. So yeah, a lot of people are not going for this. And yeah, here we have the fake flippers from Mike. Well, actually, the fake flippers there, waiting for the crab there. Ooh, oh yeah, he had this glitch. Yeah, I already got this. I don't understand it, but it seems like I don't know. I understood at the time because I tested it, but I don't remember really well what happened there in MattZi's screen. But he kind of, yeah, the game thought he was in water, but he was not. And then it all immediately realized that he was on the ground, and then yeah, it's really weird glitch. I already got this, but I cannot explain. Sorry. But yeah, that can happen. And yeah, Mike in the Death Mountain. Well, Hebra Mountain actually. This is the true name of this mountain, because in the Japanese version, this mountain has a name, and this is Hebra Mountain. Another anecdote from the Japanese version is that the Geldmen maybe, which are those sandmen in the desert, they are called Geldman in English, and also in other languages. But in the Japanese version of the game, The L and the R letters are the same in Japanese, so actually, and the O is not pronounced. It's like I don't know the English term for that, but like a letter you don't pronounce in words. And O is one of those in Japanese, and so Gelman are Gerudo-man. So yeah, the same reference, the same origin than in the famous Gerudo tribe in Ocarina of Time. Sorry for my accent. I do my best to be understandable. Mike going for he keeps a pot on him. It's actually not for swag, even if, well, it's still swag actually. But for the last tile, he will throw the pot at it. Oh, he threw it a bit early, and in order to just to break the tile early. There is a swaggy strat too in this room, which yeah, MattZi not going for the pot strats, only throwing the boomerang. I think it's exactly the same time between the pot and the boom there. Pot is a bit swagger maybe, and yeah, definitely a good strat for this, but hard strat too is to do an item dash. An item dash is when you press Y and A, which are the item button and the dash button at the same frame. And pressing those buttons at the same frame, you can use an item while dashing. And boomerang has a particularity: if you use a direction different from the direction you're facing at the same frame than the other buttons, you will well, go in the direction or dash in the direction you're facing and throw your boomerang in the direction you pressed. Oh, seems like MattZi had a bit of trouble with those painful beetles. Yeah, they are a real pain. This room is really difficult, and while Mike is arriving at Moldorm with 4 hearts, so yeah, life will not be dangerous in this fight, I think, especially for a runner with Mike's level. Yeah, a really good fight, a really good Moldorm fight. Ooh, and MattZi, yeah, going to bomb jump with 1/2 of a heart. I didn't see if he fell. I didn't see if he activated the switch below, but yeah, it doesn't matter anymore because maybe he will mirror his way out. Yeah. So yeah, when you mirror, it resets. It resets the pegs. Yeah, bomb jump is kind of hard. And if you miss the Hera bomb jump, you fall from 2 floors, which loses time. It's really, yeah, kind of a punishment. Sorry, I try to use a French expression in English there, so it might not be correct. And yeah, also missing the Hera bomb jump can be dangerous. And yeah, so we see Mike there going for this route and not taking the rupees. So yeah. Yeah, he got it. Sorry, I still have my PowerPoint running, so there are some things I don't see. But yeah, that's a pretty achievement to get through Tower of Hera with only 1.5. Yeah, getting 3 safety hearts. He's right to do so. While Mike got the Master Sword at, I don't know, early 24 minutes, which is a really good time. The world record for taking the Master Sword without save and quit, I think it's 23:05 or something like 23:0 something. Yeah, got Moldorm. Multi-gold Moldorm there, so yeah, the last phase was a bit difficult, but GG to him. And yeah, Mike going for the castle right now. Yeah. When you miss, yeah, and we will see. We will. Sorry, we're gonna see MattZi doing this repeatory route. So let's keep an eye on MattZi's screen while Mike is entering the castle. Yeah, in the cave MattZi is right now. Well, how to explain this? If you bonk at the end, you fall in the hole. So it's really a great loss of time. I don't know if "great" is correct word for this, but and yeah, personally, I don't know if other runners use this strat, but I count things in the music, in the background music, and at 4, like the cave music. So I will sing a bit. Like the cave music goes like this, tum 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 tum, and this tum tum tum. I count 4, and then I stop, or I prefer to go in order to know where. At this moment, I know that I'm close to bonk, but still before this, I don't do that. But yeah, that's a pretty useful strat, useful well, sound cue there. But yeah, since MattZi fell in the first room in the cave, the music got delayed, and yeah, my strat couldn't be used there. Yeah, Mike having quite a good castle there. Keeping his full health there is really hard. While I saw MattZi getting the mushrooms, so yeah, he will get the powder a bit later in the run. So yeah, Mike arriving at Aganim, and MattZi soon entering the castle there. So yeah. Sorry if you hear some key sound, or my girlfriend just got home, so yeah, sorry for the if you hear some sound. So yeah, Aganim fight. Aganim goes in cycles of 6 attacks, 6 or 5 attacks. One of them, the first one of a cycle of 5 attack cycle, is always an energy ball you can throw back at Aganim by, well, hitting it with your sword. And the 6 attacks in a cycle, and if you get well, between the second and the 5th attack, this has 50% chance being a blue ball. Seems like he's in his 4th blue ball, or 3. I think it's 3. I didn't count, but from Aganim's lighting right now, I think it's 3. Let's see if he gets it. Yeah, it was 3. And the last attack of a 6 attack cycle is always a lightning, which is kind of laggy. Oh, interesting strat there. Too bad. Yeah, he wanted to do a double spin with the guard MattZi there, and it works with this RNG against the statue. That's what you do actually to one of the first guards in the game. Yeah, interesting circle spot there for MattZi, because you can actually wait for the guard to skip you. He doesn't see you if you don't do anything. So yeah, quite a good strat. Well, okay, going for the speed there, and did I finish my 3 blue balls in Aghanim's fight is 31% chance to happen. This is the most likely to happen actually. From what I calculated, getting 3 or less blue balls is close to 66% chance. So if you get 4 or more, you can consider yourself not being very lucky and don't play the lottery. Except if shootout to Scrivo there, if you get 15 blue balls, because it's one of more than 32,000 chance of getting 15 blue balls, which is the maximum. Okay, so here we have 2 blue balls so far for MattZi. Yeah, and of course, entering POD, which is the Palace of Darkness, requires 110 rupees. So, thanks to the strat he did, Mike could get his rupees the right amount and open this. Sorry, I didn't keep an eye on MattZi fight, so I don't know how many blue balls he got until now. But from what I see, if you kill again, not killing him, but yeah, if you beat him right after the second lightning, you got 3 blue balls. Yeah, so getting 2 is one whole cycle. Well, not whole cycle, but one lightning animation. Well, you can save one lightning animation. Actually, having a blue ball makes you lose on average 6 seconds, and getting a lightning also loses 6 seconds. Also, during Aghanim's fights, of course, this fight is RNG and you cannot do anything for it. Yeah, sorry, I just interrupt myself, but yeah, we're just seeing right now Mike doing the hammer jump, which is one of the most impressive strats in the game, especially for new runners. Got this really nicely. And to finish on Aghanim's fight, you can still manipulate a bit something, which is the direction Aghanim takes when you throw back the ball at him. And you want generally to throw him back towards the center of the room. On average, it reduces the time loss. Okay, so MattZi had a perfect number of rupees there, 110. Not even a single rupee, extra rupee there. That's pretty perfect actually, because in this game, this was actually found very recently. The number of rupees there, you have 3 digits which display your rupee count, and if one of the digits is high, like 9 or 8, the higher one of the digits is, the more lag you get, because on every frame, I don't know why, but the game kind of calculates something related to your rupee count. And if you have a 0, 0, 0, you have the least lag of all the possible counts. Mike being in the turtle room and being trolled by the turtle, the bottom right turtle there. In the room where MattZi is, if you bonk, you can stuck yourself in the stairs and lose a lot of time. Oh, Mike going Yeah, Mike took a lot of safeties until there, and right now he's going for a not safe at all strategy to Helmazor, because yeah, not using your sword, not holding your sword by using the hammer in during the first phase of the fight is a bit faster, but a lot riskier because having your sword out extends your your hammer hitbox, and you can well hit him from um, sorry, far further. So I was searching for my word there. And yeah, you saw here, as you can see here in MattZi's screen, a fairy is dropped, so he will not be able to get dropped in the Total Rock, where you generally want it. It's related to the price packs I was speaking of a bit earlier. Those Helmazor there are in the same price pack, which are groups of monsters which follow the same line of items dropped, and those Helmazors and some guards in the Academy Tower are in the same price pack, which also is in the price pack of the the Hokuboku, which are enemies in Total Rock. And since Total Rock is a difficult dungeon, and if you get hits, you can take a lot of damage. And actually, in Turtle Rock, you have pretty beautiful strats with sword beams, and of course, having sword beam requires full health. So you want to be full health in Turtle Rock, and to do so, you need a fairy. So mostly renderers will try to go for a drop, but yeah, sometimes the game can troll you, and you can drop fairy before. So Mike going for the flute there. Yeah, first try dig, GG. A lot of runners have it second try, me included. MattZi trying to go for the key dash, but bonking there. This key dash actually feels really great when you get it. But yeah, there is no real easy clue to get it. So Mike went for the longest cutscene in the game, which not lasts very long. Yeah, this is A Link to the Past. This is a very demanding game, and you cannot hold your hands away from your controller really often. Okay, MattZi getting through Helmazor. GG to him. It's a really difficult fight. One of the most difficult. Okay, so entering now Thief's Dungeon for Mike. Thief's Town is the fourth dungeon in the game. In the Dark World, sorry. And you do it in second in the round, so yeah, definitely not that hard, but it can be a pain sometimes. Because enemies like those horse heads are hitting at 2 hearts. Beautiful hammer dash there for MattZi. It was a bit risky because those guards were quite close to him. Well, interesting buffer there for Mike. Because in this room there are several RNG. Depending on the RNG you want to go up or down in the room. The thing is, usually most of runners go for this buffer in this room where you have to throw a bomb at the floor. So this is pretty nice to see. Am I going for this in this room without the buffer? Quite impressive. And yeah, MattZi is going for the super speed, spin dash. And he gets caught by the fastest guard in Hyrule, Usain Bolt. His guard is really fast and can get you. Yeah, so yeah, if you see runners activating the duck or the I don't know this bird this low in this area, it's because they will search for powder there. Powder is a very good safety actually, because it allows you to use it on anti-fairies and other rabbit bitten, transforming them into fairies, and fairies heal you with 7 hearts. Getting this right before a boss fight can really save your life. Okay, so Mike in blind fight. This fight casually is one of the most difficult fights of the game, but in terms of speedrunning, it's scripted. If you do always the same movements, blind will also do the same movements and you'll get him. Really nice fight there for Mike. Beautiful. Beautiful fight. And yeah, maybe MattZi is going for the quick warp. Quick warps in the game is whenever you change world from the light world to dark world or otherwise, and if you get it on a certain pixel, you can save freely 34 frames. And if you get every quick warp in the game, you save overall 12 seconds and a half. Yeah, there is a hidden run, and it looks like Malt got it from it. While Mike, yeah, in this bush there is a 50-50% drop bomb. So if you miss, yeah, to explode the door on the wall, I don't know, of this little house, you can, yeah, try for those bushes. But since the drop is 50-50, you can sometimes not get it. MattZi going there for no, yeah, you cannot get the god pixel with this RNG actually. There is one RNG where you cannot get the god pixel. Even if how to say, even if the Patrick star goes to the right and then comes back to the left, you can get the god pixel. I was surprised actually to discover this. So yeah, Mike, this is the main reason why we get we do the 4th dungeon in the game as soon as we get the hammer. I didn't see if he did the fence dash there. I think he didn't, but I'm not sure. And the reason why the 4th dungeon in 2nd is because right after this dungeon, by getting the item from this dungeon, you can get the Temper Sword. And the Temper Sword does inflicts to enemies a lot of damage. Okay. Yeah, and those items, Molds just got them. They are the... Whoa, I don't remember the English word, sorry. I only remember the French word. The Titan Meats, maybe? I think this is the Titan Meats. In French, it's les moufles de Titan. So Titan is... well, repeated. In Japanese, there is no Titan or something similar in the name of this item. Okay, Mike had a little, a bit difficult mummy's room there. This mummy's room is... whoa! Whoa! Yeah, I'm always impressed to see our very good blind fight too for MattZi. I'm always impressed to see this kind of bomb jump. It's really fast and wow, just wow. I don't have words. But yeah, I think some runners, not only Mike, but some other runners go for it. But personally, I do a slower version, but a lot safer. I don't know why, but Skullwood's bomb jump is a bit easier, I don't know, to get than Hera bomb jump. In Hera bomb jump, if you're close to the hole, you will be kind of sucked by it, and if you are close in the hole of pretty good mummy hellway, therefore really impressive. His skull was really fast and really good. I'm really impressed by this level of gameplay. And here is the Mothras fight, which can be a pain, but there are some RNGs. He didn't get a good RNG there. There are some RNGs where Mothra just rushes into you and says, hit me, kill me fast, quick. Yeah, this was not the case, but yeah, it was pretty decent there. Yeah, really sick mummy hellway there from Mike. Okay, MattZi taking the Temper Sword there. And yeah, 3 rooms before Mothra, there is a rabbit beam, and depending on the RNG of a mini Moldrum in the same room, you can be screwed. But if you have the powder like MattZi, you can powder the rabbit beam and then get a fairy. And yeah, this is a blessing to get a fairy at this instant. That's right, yeah. Powerful glove. In Japanese, the Titan Meats. I might be a bit late on the stream, so I'm gonna refresh. Yeah, sorry if I'm not synced with what the runners do. I refresh from time to time, but... Okay, so Mummy's room is going a bit better for MattZi. He definitely saves time compared to Mike in this room. Okay, so welcome to Zora Domain, which is one of the worst places in the game for me because movements has to be so precise there, and deep water everywhere, and the places you can walk and the places you cannot are not really easily visible. So you might think you can dash on this way, but actually you cannot, and you fall right into the water, and you lose time, and this is frustrating. It requires a lot of practice, but generally long screens like that require a lot of practice. Well, the whole game requires a lot of practice actually. But yeah, really long screens like that, this is really easy to lose time. Doing another interesting buffer there, because this screen can be a real pain in the pool, because the Zora in the water and the crabs there can really hit you, and you want to be full hearts at the beginning um, of Ice Palace. So yeah, definitely a good buffer to see. Yeah, and MattZi using the powder there, perfect. He's almost full health. Um, although he had one heart until there. Really a nice safety powder. And then entering. Oh yeah, really smart there. Waiting for the Wall Master. Wall Master is the name of the hand falling from the ceiling. Really, wow, really good fight too. Yeah, actually, in this version of the game, JP 1.0, if you're falling in a pit, your hitbox is still active, and you can get hit by some enemies, and you can also get caught by wallmasters, and you're falling right into the boss, and a hand is catching you and throwing you back at the entrance of the dungeon. Really frustrating. So yeah, definitely thinking of waiting for this hand is really smart. I don't think I would have waited for it personally. And since we were talking about a boss, Mike is going for another boss there, one of the most dangerous boss fights in the game. Many runners are scared of it, because actually in Ice Palace you're supposed to get the blue mail, which reduces the damage you get from enemies, and Colstairs assumes you got this mail, but you didn't get it because you're in a speedrun and you want to go fast. And he hits you at 4 hearts, and a pretty good fight, I guess, but I didn't see so much. But he went for the six slashes. Well, decent fight for Mike. He got hit once, I think. But yeah, really hard fight, and also the snowballs falling down from the ceiling can be a pain, because when they touch the ground they are divided into 4, and you don't know, it's completely RNG if they go up, down, left and right, or diagonally, and you don't know, and you have to anticipate this in every Yeah, and you have to react to, and but doing the fight the same way can be, it's not scripted, but if you do always the same way, Colster will almost always be fought the same way and yeah, react the same way too. But this is a lot harder to script the fight than during blind fight. Okay, so going directly. Oh, he warped to 5. This can happen because yeah, the how to say, you can switch from those numbers in the ocarina, the flute, which is an ocarina, and in Japanese it's also called an ocarina. I don't know why they censored this word. And yeah, in the ocarina, well, selection of numbers, you can really get a really fast selection, especially because if you press right or down, oh, missing the little mirror glitch. I don't know the name of this glitch, and pressing right or down. Wow, pretty dodge from Mike with the anti-fairy. One of the most difficult things for me to do in this room. Yeah, and you can, if you press down or right, you can advance, make the number selection advance. And pressing alternating between right and right down, you can get until the desired number really quick, but sometimes too quick, and then go one digit further. Sorry. I was sick this week, so I might my voice could be weird. Sorry if it's the case. Okay, so MattZi entering in the Hellway, Ice Palace Hellway soon. Oh, yeah. The Starforce Knights are hitbox is quite weird because I cannot explain, but I always heard that if you hit one, the other dies, but because of they have a shared hitbox. But yeah, I don't know. It's a bit more complex than that. I think. Oh, and MattZi having only one bomb left for getting the bomb jump. Oh, he got through this. Wow, pretty scary. Yeah, there you can wait there and not being pushed in the pit. Yeah, Ice Palace is a real difficult dungeon. Maybe he will go for the anti-fairy. Actually, if you don't have the powder there and you want to refill your life, you can fall into those big gray pots in this room. By just taking the stairs and going up. But it loses more time than just powdering the anti-fairy. But yeah, I had to use those gray pots more than once. Pretty hard. Okay, so let's see multi-fight. Going for the 6 slashes too. The 6 slashes? Yeah, 6. Yeah, I just I was thinking about the 8 slashes of the Gunpowder Chains. 6 or 8, I was thinking. Yeah, really good fight for MattZi. while Mike the Viewer is advancing through the Swamp Palace. Yeah, soon we will see the Argus fight from Mike, which is one of the hardest fights in the game if you want to get the zero cycle. But yeah, sometimes people go for it, but sometimes they don't feel it and don't go for it. The zero cycle is kind of hard because you have to. You need to be very careful about. He goes for it. Argus movement, and he gets it. Really good, GG. Really impressive to get this. It makes this zero cycle strat look so easy. Yeah, that's really good. And yeah, for sure, one of the hardest boss strats in the game, getting this zero cycle. Especially when Argus rushes into you, because you have your sword held out, and thus you're moving slower. So it's more difficult to dodge the rush from Argus there. But actually, luckily, Argus's hitbox is not that huge. Only the buff RNG, not RNG, sorry, hitbox can hit you at some point. You can really enter in Argus Sprite without getting hit, because it's the main body which have a hitbox. The, I don't know, tentacule, maybe, have a really small, if not a little hitbox. Okay, so here is the Death Mountain moment before Misery Mire. Yeah, nice screen there. The RNG can really screw you. Yeah, Death Mountain is always scary and difficult depending on the RNG. And yeah, he gets the Ether Medallion, which allows him to open a Mayor's Dungeon, Misery Mayor's Dungeon. But before entering Mayor's Dungeon, he will get the Ice Rod in the Ice Rod Cave near Lake Hylia. Yeah, you can get it actually, this Ice Rod, just before Total Rock, or at this moment. It doesn't change anything. The menu is the same. Also, as explained, you can advance the numbers there by pressing right and down. If you press up and left, it goes backwards. So from 1 you go to 8, and then 7, then 6. And yeah. Since I get a PowerPoint, I didn't see if he did the bird toss or not. Okay, so entering Mire in full heart allows you to do this strategy in this first room. I don't know if he used the the hardest strat or not. It looks like he got a bit of trouble there, losing one heart. I didn't see how the yeah, definitely a satisfying room and done well. While MattZi just got the hook shot and is heading up towards the Argus fight. Yeah, both runners are good in arrows too, because when you're in the dark world, you want to keep an eye on your arrow count, because quite late in the dark world, you will need lots of arrows. 8 at least in this dungeon during the boss fight, but usually it's more. So let's count, I don't know, 10 on average. And then in Ganon's Tower, you need at least 18. So with 21, they should be. Oh, I didn't see the torch time. It was something like maybe 106, 10 and something, I think, for Mike. The torch time here is always seen because a bunch of top runners like Mike can finish the game from this moment in about 20 minutes. So if his run goes very well until the end, he could finish at 106, low 126 actually. Yeah, good fight too for MattZi, getting the crystal. Yeah, and purposely taking damage here, Mike. Oh, nice! He was hit only from 2 hearts, I think? Maybe 3. No, don't mind me. Never mind. And yeah, there is another strat here. If you don't want to lose those 3 hearts, which makes take you another key at another place, at another moment. I don't remember how much time it loses because it's been a while since I didn't do that strat. But yeah, definitely a good call if you're low on heart health for any reason. Death Mountain, for instance. Trying to go for there is a fast strat there, where you need to place the bomb really precisely in order to dash into the door during the explosion. This is really tough to get and saves only few frames. But yeah, this is where because sometimes you wonder if you run this game and I don't know, you have a 130 or even better like 129 or 28 or even 27 like me, or you're thinking how those top runners do to save so much time on me. Where do they get those frames? And this is this little kind of things where, yeah, a little dash which saves 10 or 20 frames in this room, and this another room where they save, I don't know, say 15 frames, and the addition of all those frames makes seconds quite quickly, and this is where they save those frames. While MattZi got during the dark War Death Mountain, the fairy in the bushes, there is also a chance of drop from the fairies in those bushes, and actually only 4 from those 8 bushes. in the diagonal bushes you cannot get a berry or a heart, but in the top, bottom, left or right you can. Let's see Mike Death Mountain there. Okay, not going for the drive-through strat, which is quite hard depending on the RNG, the dead rocks and the boulders. Very good call not to go for it. Playing safely. Okay, good Death Mountain for Mike. And MattZi is soon entering into the Mayor dungeon. Yeah, bonking. In some places you can bonk. If you bonk, you increase your chances to get hit by this bird. And this little red bird, he doesn't look like, but if he hits you, he takes you 3 hearts. It's a really huge health loss. Okay, so let's see MattZi strat in this room. A nice strat of slashing the first wizard. As you saw, every single enemy was killed in the room, but still the little laser, the magic the wizard threw was still in the screen, and then the door wouldn't open because I don't know how exactly the game proceeds, but it calculates maybe the sprites on screen, and since one of the sprites is still on screen, the door will not open, and you have to wait until this the spell there disappear in order to get the door open. Also, this happens in Academic Castle and other places where guard throw spears at you. Whoa, got the fairy there, so yeah, really nice. Oh no! The chomp ate it at the last moment. No, that's okay. He got through it safely, so he will be able to keep his sword beams. So maybe you will get some swag strats in this dungeon. And what I like the most in this dungeon is that sword beam strats actually make a save time. Well, excuse me. I will just drink some water. My throat is a bit dry there. I talk a lot. And not even in my native language. So it dries faster, maybe. Okay, so yeah, you saw a swag strat there. Oh, too bad. He lost my. Oh, I hope he will get a magic rifle. He should in the double Pokemon. Because with this magic, I don't think he can. Let's see. Yeah, he got it. Okay. Because running out of magic in this dungeon can be really annoying. Because you need your King of Samaria later to create a platform to advance, and if you don't have magic, you cannot proceed. Oh. Okay. Yeah, this roller room. There is also 2 different strats in this room, with beam and without sword beams. But also, even if you don't have sword beams, with the King of Samaria, this is pretty, I don't know, nice feeling. And okay. While MattZi is approaching Treus there, and this is another reason why you love having powder in Misery Mire. This is for this anti-fairy, which becomes a fairy, and good good laser skip too for my. There's too many things to see on both screens. This is difficult to keep an eye on everything. Sorry. And my eyes keep alternating. Oh, got hit by the lightning there. Ooh. Yeah. Only one heart left. Yeah. The bottom right corner is a good call. Oh, nice recovery. GG to Baldi there. Yeah, actually the bottom right corner of the room here is, how to say, you will never get hit by lasers if you stay here. I think in the bottom left corner you can be hit by the lightning, but not in the bottom right. Maybe I might be wrong there, but from my own experience, I was more hit on the. Well, I was hit on the bottom left corner, but not on the bottom right. But yeah, really nice recover from, and also good fight, good Trinix fight for Mike. They are only one dungeon apart from them. That's not such a big difference. Okay, so Mold is going to get through Death Mountain, the Hebra Mountain too. Very difficult screens from now due to those dead. Oh, when both dead rocks come at you, they can block you. So that's what, yeah, nicely done. Okay, lost only one heart. Good. It's so easy to lose hearts on this screen. Yeah, only one heart is pretty cool. And also in Mike's screen, let's see if he does. Yeah, he did the thing. If you drop your, well, if you stop your dash before the cutscene, actually your sword out creates lag. Oh, and being blocked by the dead rocks there. Yeah, he knew that there was a fairy. He wasn't blocked, but he knew there was a fairy in this pile of rocks. So he dashed into it and got the fairy, which yeah, allowed him to get back full hearts. Smart play there from Baldi. And yeah, to come back to Mike, he actually reduced lag by just stopping his dash. And oh, too bad, the bonk. This strat is really difficult. This is the optimal way to do it, like going at the middle of the pegs and starting a dash, but he was a bit up and he couldn't, he bonked against them. Okay. And also the snake from Mike is quite hard not to get hit. Yeah, also, when you have boulder, menuing is different from the common, the most common strats menuing. And if you don't want to go for powder and you get the mushroom, you actually can mess up your muscular memory in menuings and can make you lose time. Okay, good almost fight for Mike. Actually, if you miss this ice Armos fight, the Armos are going through a cycle, and later, during the final boss cannon, his fire bats are also going through a cycle. And if you miss Armos, there is actually a timer in Armos fight. Well, pretty solid Mimics one there from Mike. A little miss in Mimics 2. But yeah, those Mimics one were pretty wow. And yeah. So there is a timer during Armos fight, and if this timer reaches, well, if you mess up the Armos fight, you have a different timer from usual, and the Ganon bats will behave differently from usual. It can be quite surprising when you don't expect it. So yeah, Mike entering the gauntlet there. 5 rooms with enemies, Beamos, Ground which is moving. Sorry, I didn't remember the exact name for Ground which is moving. And the gauntlet finishes with a beautiful fight, which is the Landmona's Revenge. But a lot easier than the first fight. Ooh, he has to take care about his magic because in okay, I think he is gonna get the magic giant in the next room. Yes. Sorry. Okay. MattZi is only down to 4 hearts, so he needs to take care where he will do the laser skill, because the laser hits at 4 hearts. So yeah, playing smartly there, using the hook shot in the iframes, because when you use the hook shot, you have invulnerability frames. The thing is, on this platform, it stops the platform, which personally I don't feel sad. Oh, he died! Yeah, he was 1 or 2 pixels too low, and since he didn't explode the door at the bottom of the laser skip room, he has to do the whole dungeon again. Well, not the whole dungeon entirely, because he already got the big key. So okay, and then Mike going through the end of the pretty good dash there. As you can see, Mike ran out of room. That's wanted actually, because it makes menuing so that's faster, especially when you will be fighting Ganon. And also at the end of the Ganon's tower. Yeah, pretty clean Moldom fight there. Okay. For Aghanim 2, getting a 2 cycle is the minimal number of cycles, but it really depends on, of course, my stream decides to become a PowerPoint again during this fight. I guess he's up to 2 cycles there. Okay, it's 3 cycles, which is very good. 2 cycles. It's a bit. This fight is a bit like the Landmark fight. Like getting 2 cycles is the best, but also quite hard. While getting a 3 cycle is a bit more common. Just still good. Okay, whoa, entering Ganon with 11 hearts. That's really rare. Usually you enter this fight with, I don't know, 5-6 hearts. You can take a lot of damage in Ganon's tower. Oh, he missed the double spin there. Yeah, MattZi activated the safety exit. Good call there. Oh, I didn't see his life. Yeah, really good call. Yeah, really good call. Yeah, laser skip is really difficult because you have only a few RNG to how to say. Sorry, I was a bit distracted. Okay, so Mike finishing, going to his fourth phase. Yeah, sorry, I don't see that much the screen there. Okay. Yeah, I think he got the torch clear. I didn't see him lighting this torch, but I'm pretty sure he got it. So he will be finishing quite soon. While MattZi is entering the 3 next fight. Yeah, he did really well to switch to the fire rod. Oh, okay. And Mike's finishes with a time of 1:26:34. Very good time. GG. I don't keep track of all the times in the tournament, but for sure this is one of the best times so far done during the tournament. So let's see if we can get an interview from Mike. Yeah, MattZi finished. Sorry, my throat hurts. Going to Ganon's Tower. Also, yeah, he has very good knowledge of the game. Stopping his dash before in front of the entrance to Ganon's Tower. As I said earlier, it saves something like 30 seconds. Sorry, 30 frames. Sorry, that's okay. Okay, I don't know if Mike saw my message in order to get him for an interview. Maybe he didn't see my my message. I will try to talk to speak to him on speed racing. Because yeah, during this tournament we have so many ways of contacting each other, so like speed racing, Discord, DMs, etc. Sometimes we're just not seeing same chat than other people. Okay, so soon entering the Armos fight. MattZi. And actually, the strat most of people use during this fight, you can also use it during the. We don't see it often. Oh, ooh, wow! Oh, this recover! Wow, pretty crazy. I thought he, yeah, Armos was would be yeah, difficult to manage, but yeah, really, really great. Yeah, GG to Mod for this. Yeah, taking the red mail, which is yeah the I was gonna say the best safety in the game. I don't know if it's the best, but it's really huge. Like it reduces damage from enemies and yeah, it looks like Mike will not be able to do an interview, so let's just wait for MattZi to finish and see if he will go for an interview. And yeah, this room is pretty hard to, like, so he got hit, but he still did the room pretty well. But yeah, you really need to do quick, fast movements to get through. We see sometimes people try to shoot an arrow at the beginning of the room, hoping for hitting an enemy. Oh, it's been a while since I saw this strat. Actually, shooting an arrow at this stealth post there, there is a couple of NG where it works, and it allows you. Oh, that's pretty funny. He didn't try to spin the first Lando there. Yeah, still got a decent 2-cycle. Yeah, generally when you shoot an arrow at Starfold in the last gauntlet room, you want to keep your pulse buffer for the beginning of the Lando fight to see where the first worm will go, so you can predict you can have the time to react during your pulse buffer, and then shoot your fire rod hits, and you significantly increase your chances of getting a 1-cycle with that. But also, since the Stalfos can be a real pain if you miss the arrow and chase after him on those ice physics, it can really be yeah, it just sometimes doesn't worth it. Looks like he forgot the torch. I just realized that Mike is only 40-ish seconds behind his PB. So really, really good run from him. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, Moldom 2 is really hard. Especially when you're on PB pace and you're stressed, I don't know MattZi very much, but maybe he comes from a randomizer because he opened this chest. Or maybe it was just for fun. I don't know. But yeah, we saw some people who are used to randomizer open some unexpected chests. That's always funny to see. yeah, doing a really nice strategy in Aghanims 2 fight there. Because when... Whoa, almost a 2 cycles! That could have been a 2 cycle there. Oh! Ah, looks like 2 other energy balls in the first cycle hit at the same time. That happens if 2 energy balls hit Agatu at the same time. Well, the game considers it as being only 1 hit to Aganim. So yeah. Okay, last fight of the game. Okay, so yeah, I think he got it. That's too bad because he just got his 5th hit a few frames after Ganon made spin his trident. Really unfortunate there. Actually, most of the strats there, after your spin, double spin his trident, you want to get him with a spin and 3 slashes or 5 slashes. And since he didn't get the spin, he went for the 5 slashes. And during his 5th one, Ganon began to spin his trident. So that's really unfortunate. Here goes the last phase. Whoa, going for this. Depending on the position of Ganon, you can give him a little hit before beginning the torch clip. Yeah, looks like he goes for the lantern strat here, which is really safe in terms of magic, because it can happen in the. I think it already happened in the tournament. Run. Oh, he fell from Ganon. Too bad. It's already happened during this tournament that runners ran out of magic. I think he's gonna go for the fairy in this tree. Yeah, definitely. Also, if you fall at Ganon during the last phase and you used a lot of magic, here is a tip. Most of people know that north of Kakariko village there is a tree, and if you bonk this tree you can get a big jar refilling your magic. There is another strat where if you still have a bit of magic, you can use the ice rod in front of the pyramid, and then the hammer to destroy their frozen bodies. And you have more chance from that to get a jar from them. Sometimes it can be a little magic jar, but sometimes it's also a big red jar. From my experience, it works quite well on moblins, those pigs, and the hinox too. So yeah, if you didn't know that, and if you ever get to this situation, you don't need to go until the Kakariko village to get the big magic jar. You can farm for one on this spot. Ganon has 8 spots during this last phase where he can warp. Well, I think it's generally in the fights there are 8 spots when he can warp. Looks like MattZi finished. Let's see the final time. So MattZi finished this race with a time of 1 hour 40 minutes and 28 seconds. Well, let's see if MattZi wants to get an interview. I promise I will not ask question in French. It seems he cannot do his interview right now. That's too bad that both runners couldn't. Yeah, that happens sometimes. So yeah, congrats for both runners for this really nice race there. We saw a couple of nice strats and rooms and boss fights. That was pretty nice for me to commentate. So you are on Speed Gaming too, and let's see what you will get on this channel after this this show. Let me just connect to the schedule. It looks like on the Speed Gaming 2 in 20 minutes, 15 minutes, you will have Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. So yeah, if you like this little white, I was gonna say white, but yeah, being white, you understand. Bubble, stay tuned. For more NMG, I don't know by heart the planning, the schedules. Sorry, so yeah, but yeah, definitely lots of races to be done yet on the Speed Gaming channels. So yeah, don't hesitate to see the planning too. And yeah, that was nice to commentate for me. I hope you understood my, despite my French accent. And still GG for both of runners. And yeah, that's it. See you later, guys. And have a good day or night or wherever you are in the world. Bye-bye.